today we are gonna try and talk with some MAGA today. Hopefully, we'll see if they have the balls to come up. If not, hey, no big deal. Anyway, for those over on the clock app, please tap the screen, like all the things. You know what I mean? MAGA, if you want to request up, please feel free. I would love to talk to you. For those of you over on the Tube and the Green streaming app, please, call in like all things. Anyway, those of you who don't know me, I am Abyssal's End. I am a very small gaming and content creator, a political content creator. Sorry, I am still waking up. Anyway, hey, yeah. So today we are really trying to talk with people who still support Trump for some reason. I don't know why people can support this man. I don't understand it. It's not really doesn't make sense to me, right? Either way, if people don't want to come in, no big deal. We have a lot of things to talk about in current events that have been happening with this fucking administration. So, hey, we'll get into it. We'll give it a few minutes to see if people want to call in, see if people want to request up. Either way, we'll figure things out. Let's make sure all cool wiring is right. It should be right. There's so much testing with this. Either way, for those of you who are over on the clock app, please tap the screen, get this out there. I'd really appreciate it. Either way, yeah. Hope we all are having a great fucking day today. Um, Again, you are MAGA, please call in or request up. I would love to talk to you as to why you still support this administration, as to why you still support what is going on in this country and why it is being basically being buried underneath the fucking ground. Yeah. Looks like someone tried to call when I wasn't even live. Okay. That's weird. Yeah. Either way, it's like there's probably a missed call. It's probably like a spam. No big deal. Either way, yeah. Uh, so again, please tap screen, like, share, all the things, all the things. Either way, yeah. If you still support this administration and what is going on, please request up. I would love to talk to you. As to why this is the case. Um, if not, hey, whatever. Please feel free to stick around, chat, whatever. I have no issue with that. But if you're gonna be a troll, if you're gonna be just annoying to people, if you're gonna be really like what's the term, bigoted and homophobic, I'm not gonna allow that. This is a safe space for people, right? So anyway, yeah. But until we get people in, we're gonna go over some things that have been happening in current events. What is my sources? There you are. Okay. There we go. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, for some reason Trump is like, or I don't want to say Trump specifically, right? Because it's not just him, but his EPA is lowering regulations on what they call forever chemicals. I'll have to like look up to like which ones, but him and RFK and all those people in water. So like we have less regulations on those. So like these companies that like distill and all that make it safer for us to drink no longer have to abide by that. So like we'll just be drinking like terrible water that we should not be drinking. But the whole Maha movement is important, right? But fucking my god. So yeah, that stuff's not good for us. I'm pretty sure a lot of that stuff can cause cancer. I'll have to double check on that one, but like, or don't know if I can say that one. Yeah, okay. So right, I want to like double check myself. I want to make sure that what I am saying is accurate. So yes, it can. Um, or at least yes, and I'm still waking up. Some words are stumbling. Yes, scientific and health organizers strongly link certain forever chemicals, PFF, PFAS, to cancer. Okay, so there we go. So that is not good if they're allowing that, right? And they've also been cutting cancer research like since the beginning of this administration. So like inadvertently, they're actively trying to off this population. Like they're not doing it with like, you know, lead poisoning is I guess is a way to put it, but like they're doing it with a more creative way than fucking I gotta I can see your chat, but it's not popping. Give me he does constantly because he's just like sorry. How I have my setup, I can read some of your chats, but I gotta like redo my thing. I am so sorry, spiritual. Anyway, um, because he's just oh, mm, yes, he does lie constantly. 100 fucking% he does. Oh my god. Um, yeah. I need to like redo this. So like this is better. I hold up. My layout is trash. Just the full. Is that better? That is better. I can't. Okay. I don't like it necessarily. I might have to get a fourth monitor. Why would I want to get a fourth monitor? Okay. Either way. Um. Yeah. I should actually have this right here. Okay. Then I'll move that to the side when. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like a lot of work because like this, I might actually rotate my third monitor so it fits that more accurately. Sorry, we're doing these things live on air, guys. That's what we're doing. So I have a triple monitor mount. Actually, no, I'll just do it off screen because this is too janky, right? Ah. Anyway, but yeah. For those of you just tuning in, god damn. All right, cool. We're gonna move that back over here. Yeah. So for those of you just tuning in, if you are MAGA and you still support this administration, Trump, whatever, please request up. I would love to talk to you about why on God's green earth you still support anything that is going on right now. Like I don't understand, right? Because they aren't doing anything good. And then like I can go into a lot of things, I really can, but it's like I'd rather you tell me why and then we dive into it. So, as in this has nothing to do with Trump. By the way, this part has nothing to do with Trump. But um cool. So I don't know if you've all seen this. Mike Johnson came out and said that he doesn't think that uh the congressional salary of $174,000 is enough to take care of, their family or just to live off of, which is fucking wild because most of America doesn't make that much. Most people in America don't make that much money. Like, I am sorry, if you can't afford to live off of a six-figure income, you are doing something wrong. Especially from the party who are claiming that they can't afford to live off of that, but are supposed to be fiscally fucking conservative. Like, what the actual fuck, right? Holy shit. Like, fucking, if he is saying that he can't afford to live off of $174,000 a year, what does that say for people in my position, in a lot of my friends' position who only make about $40,000 a year, right? He's blatantly admitting that people don't make enough fucking money. 100% Gemini, 100%, dude. Like, dude, I make a little over, I make like 40, right? And like, I can get by. Is it comfortable? Eh, but I can get by. These fuckers saying that they need more money is fucking wild, dude. Like, and like, I have no issue with people making more money. I have no issue with that, right? I believe people inherently should be making more money than what they're actually making right now. I think the minimum wage should be raised. But like the argument of people saying, "Oh, well, I can't make enough money," when they're making vastly fucking more money than most people in the world is fucking ridiculous. It's just greed, dude. It's crazy. Oh, well, here's the thing. Our taxes here in the US aren't as bad as they are in other countries, right? Um, we have an trying to go fucking I have 3 different camera setups going, so I'm trying to get everything in frame. Anyway, um, it's a incremental tax system, right? So, like, for the first, like, 10,000 you make, you're taxed at the 10% rate. Then I think it's for until the next 25, you're taxed at the 12%. I'll have to double check everything, right? But, like, it's not like once you make 70,000 revenue, that's all you're taxed at, right? It's only up to that point you're taxed that, then you're taxed to that rate once you've hit that money mark that you've made that year. Does that make sense? Um, the issue we have, right, is that where our taxes go don't benefit the people as much as they should. Like, I have no issue with making more money and being taxed more as long as it's going to benefit us, right? So if my taxes are gonna go to like the roads, the schools for like education, and like, you know, how does that work, dude? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand tax law, so I wouldn't be able to break that down, right? I'm not at all versed in that. I know very, very minimalistic stuff. I would consult someone on taxes, like someone on H&R Block. Maybe as much as I hate advertising people with like TurboTax because they're the ones wire tax system are so fucked. But like, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, generally, people on the low income tax are the ones who are taxed typically the most, and they get more back because they tend to be overtaxed, right? So like, I don't. That's weird. I would, yeah. When it comes to that, I would definitely consult someone. I it seems so weird, man. I don't know. Um, but working in mass though, um, you do they do have higher taxes, right? Because that's necessarily where you're working. But they also have a lot of benefits when it comes to taxes. So like I know a lot of their stuff goes to education, like the number one in education in the country. Um, the roads are generally pretty good. Boston is, eh, but like that's Boston. There's a lot of people there. Um, I'm not saying it's bad potholy wise. Just the roads are so narrow, and I hate it. Um, you can run the highways are pretty good and everything, but sorry, getting off topic. Anyway, point is, a lot of the taxes that they have are going towards the people, and I support that. Right? I don't like when I pay taxes and it just goes to pointless bullshit that we don't need. Right? Like the fucking wars that we're in right now. No reason for that shit. There's absolutely no reason. But that's the purpose of the government is to look out for the people. And if they're going to take our tax money, it should go back to us in some way, whether it be fire departments, police departments, the roads, education, healthcare. There should be a lot of things that our taxes go to. They just fucking aren't, and it's really upsetting. Oh, crazy. Sorry, 1 second. What do you mean? There's no sound detected? Oh, okay. Anyway, being well, yeah, because so here's the thing, right? Even when it was illegal, like across the country, people were still doing it. It was the same thing with prohibition with alcohol. People didn't stop doing it just because it was illegal. People were just doing it in secret. Now that it's legal and they can go to a store and buy it recreationally and tax the shit out of it because people are going to do it legally, um, they're going to take in more money because of it, and it's going to help things. So yeah, that makes sense. Um, that's a great tax. Like as much as I hate saying like yeah, it's a huge tax rate, it's going to be good for the state. It's going to be good for services when it comes to it. I live in fucking Tennessee, dude. Like, there's been a bill here called "Pot for Potholes" that's been shot down for so long, where literally the idea is they legalize it recreationally. They take the tax money, which I think the tax rate was going to be like 14 fucking percent or something, and they use that money to fix the potholes in the state. And there are plenty of fucking potholes in the state, but because it's I'm not gonna anyway. They're not doing it right. They're not gonna fix this shit. And it's crazy. Like, here's the thing: it's not like them making it legal is stopping people from doing it. There are still plenty of people who are using that stuff. So why don't they just make it legal? Stop wasting our tax dollars and like throwing people in jail for literally no reason over a fucking plant, and just tax people, make income on it, and just save everybody the fucking hassle, dude. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I haven't said this in a minute. If you are MAGA and you still support this fucking administration, call in on the number above my head if you're on the Green app or the Tube, or if you're on the uh, Clock app, please feel free to request up. I would love to talk to you. Yeah, they would rather meet the cars because I don't know, they're stupid. Like, they don't really care about the people. There's no point to it otherwise. You know, like there was a bill that Ravens was talking about, or that we were talking about, is that would actually legitimately help the state, would legitimately help people. There's no downside to it, right? It was just everything I said it was. And it was like, nah, we're not doing it because I don't like the recreational stuff. Like, that's all it was, right? It was just their little fifis. Like there's no reason why that should have been put down, right? Because they could have made so much money off it. And a great example is Colorado when they legalized their stuff. They made so much money in that state off of those recreations. Off of the recreational stuff. I have to code my fucking language. I hate it, but I have to do it. Um, that they were able to give like tax breaks or money back to their citizens because of how many people, you know, went through it, went to the dispensaries and they were able to tax them. Like, it's a great idea, right? It really is. I just don't get why um it's not a thing nationwide because people aren't going to stop smoking essentially. God. Anyway, so went through the recreational stuff, went through the Mike Johnson saying he's not making enough money because he's a crybaby little bitch. Oh, okay, cool. Speaking of taxes, and we were talking about what our taxes should go to. The big thing I'm an advocate for is universal healthcare. And I know a lot of people say, well, that's gonna be really expensive and it won't be good for anybody. Like, mathematics is our president. What's the point? You are welcome to come up and talk, James. I would love to have you up, but I'm not going to have a conversation with you in the comments. So if you would like to request up, I would love to have this conversation. But yeah. Speaking of which, um, if the taxes that we went to, what was it? Sorry, I got train of thought lost. Either way, if the taxes that we had taxed just in general, right, went to systems like universal healthcare to help their citizens, people would be more healthy. They'd be able to go to work more. They'd be able to be more productive citizens. But other than that, no. Um, like they don't want to do that. They want the entire burden to fall on the citizens because fuck them, I guess. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because what we're talking about with not making enough money, um, companies pay their people sometimes just enough money to get by. But if one major medical bill hits, they're fucked, dude. They're absolutely fucked. There's a lot of countries in the world where people don't stress about medical bills because they have a universal healthcare system. They don't have to stress about, oh no, I broke my arm, or oh no, I developed this terminal thing, or not terminal, but like it's the C word, but right. Um, because those things are going to be covered under a universal healthcare system. Like that's something that people should care about, right? And nobody should go without healthcare. It's crazy, dude. Like our government's like, nah, fuck them. We'll just have a third party agency, our insurance companies, take care of that, right? And those third party agencies are for profit. So they're gonna jack up the fucking prices at the fucking hospitals and shit. So everything is vastly more expensive than it needs to be, instead of, which makes way more sense, cutting out the middleman, therefore negating the for-profit system, just having it go direct from taxes to doctors. That's fucking it. And having a single payer health care system will make things vastly more cheaper. And again, if you want to save money, which is the entire purpose of, I thought, conservatives, like, not the entire purpose, but that's one of your things, right? You would want to do something like that. Crazy. Average guy, can you give me your age and who you voted for, please?
26. Trump.
All right. So why do you still support him?
We still got work to do. The better option on my main issues.
Um, I don't care that he's the better option. He is the only option right now. Kamala didn't win. Like,
True.
we're over a year into this. So like, why do you still support him now?
Because I think he's solving immigration, the legal immigration issue.
He is doing drastically worse than Biden was. So he's not actually. And the
In
only thing
decreasing illegal immigration?
no, he's actually not. What he did was he did stop legal migration to the border, correct, but that didn't stop illegal immigration. People are still coming here.
Yeah, people are still coming. The
Correct.
point is, it's at a
So
much lower, more
you just admitted it.
controllable
Like, people
number.
are still coming here. Yeah, that he
Yeah,
didn't solve any of it.
I didn't say he eradicated illegal immigration.
You said he's solving it.
I said that he's in the process. Like, for example, last year we had, for the
Uh-huh.
first time in 30 years, net negative illegal immigration.
That's not true. That give me a source.
Yeah, so we can look at CVP, the number of Southern encounters. It gives us a decent estimate on how many illegal immigrants
No.
enter
Stop.
America.
Encounters are people met at the border, right? So
Interactions, yeah.
yes,
Apprehension,
yes. But you said illegal immigration. That would be people coming here
correct?
that they don't fucking see.
No, that's gotaways.
Same thing. They're still
They,
they're still coming here illegally, right?
yes, at a much lower number.
Prove it. Because
Yeah, so I'll put it on my screen. We can both agree that Southern encounters is one of the biggest metrics of illegal immigration into America, right?
no, we cannot, because encounter is just
Okay, what's your
somebody.
metric?
Encounter is just somebody who's met at the border. That could literally be
Correct.
people crossing through the Mexico like border, right? That's not an illegal immigration. That is just somebody coming here. That's somebody that they saw at the border. That's it. That's an encounter.
Yes, I know. What
So
metric do you use?
that's not illegal, dude. That's just people coming here. Like, illegal
Yeah,
would
you're
be
missing my point. I'm not saying that this is a proven metric of illegal immigration. I'm saying it's one of the leading metrics in
oh,
estimating.
okay. So if it's not proven, then why are you saying it? You're giving me
Because we can
hypotheticals here.
estimate illegal immigration. We've been
Yeah.
doing it for the past 60 years.
Yeah, we can estimate it, sure. But if you're just gonna give me like hypotheticals here, dude, I'm not gonna go down this route. Like, like all you're saying, right? And keep in mind, dude, I've seen you on pickles. I've seen you everywhere. You're saying the same shit over and
Yeah.
over again. You've already been like disproven multiple times on the shit, right? So,
Definitely not.
why do you keep saying the same shit then? Like,
Because total encounters have hit the lowest since 1970, and you're arguing that this does not mean illegal immigration is down.
why are you going back to 1970, dude? We're talking about now.
Because that's a stat. Southern encounters are the lowest they've been since 1970. This is a big indicator that illegal immigration is taking a nosedive down, and you should prove to me that this actually means nothing.
You're asking me to prove a negative?
I'm asking you to your positive is your claim is positive. You're saying that encounters have absolutely no correlation to the amount of illegal immigration happening in America.
That's
And
not what I said.
every single institute that measures illegal immigration
No,
disagrees with
that's
you.
not what I said. I just said an encounter is some being met at the border. I'm not saying that
No, I
those
asked you, are encounters a metric indicative of how much illegal immigration is happening in America?
no,
And you said no,
no, that's no,
unless you want to change that.
no, my guy, that's not what I said.
Okay, so you do admit that Southern encounters are a big metric in estimating illegal immigration happening
Jesus
in America.
Christ, Jesus fucking Christ. No, my guy. Okay. What you said, right, is encounters are down at the border, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. I never once said that counters are an indication of illegal immigration. People can come here, overstay their visa or whatever, and still be considered illegal, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Also, people aren't illegal, they're just undocumented. Let's just get that straight. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that people aren't like coming here in other ways. You're saying illegal immigration is down or lowered. We have no way to document that. We can estimate it, sure, but
2.5 million illegals have left. There's no study that can show that the illegal population has increased by more than 2.5 million. You won't be able to show me that.
what you're saying, what you are saying is that he's fixing it. That was your initial claim, is that he's fixing it, right?
In the process of it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, how is he fixing it if his numbers are worse than the last administration's? That's what I'm asking you.
What numbers are worse?
His fucking deportation numbers, my guy.
He's got 2.5 million deportations since he took office, which
When
is
he
exemplified
when he took
by taking
office.
into consideration that southern border encounters are down by 95%.
Yes, because he stopped legal migration. We're just going in circles now.
No, you're just not understanding what I'm saying. When far less people are entering the
Because you're
country
moving the
illegally and
goalposts.
we're deporting a lot more, that's solving the illegal immigration problem.
Like, okay, I need you to show me how this is the case, because that it's not solving anything. Like,
You're
unless
just
you're
making that claim. You're not
okay.
actually
Okay, I was in the
articulating
middle
an
of a
argument.
sentence. Please don't interrupt. Like, unless you're making the claim that ICE is doing a great job by deporting people, like, first of all, and most of ICE deportations or apprehensions were already illegal. That is not the fucking case.
Wait, you're saying that I'm not? Are you saying my numbers are fake?
I didn't make that case. I haven't seen your numbers. I'm gonna need you to show me where you got your numbers from.
2.5 million deportations
Okay,
and
cool.
self-deportations.
You're saying the numbers, but you're not showing me where you got your numbers from.
This is straight from DHS.
Cool. I'm gonna pull up DHS, but also at the same time, fucking Tulsi Gabbard's been told to lie to us. I know there's somebody new in there fucking now. Like, fucking Christ, dude.
Here, I'll put it on my screen.
I'm pulling up DHS now. Calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ.
It's right on my screen. 2.5 million illegal immigrants left the U.S. in 2025.
Give me a fucking minute. 2.5 million in 2025.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right
that's
here.
great.
Compared Homeland Security website.
Cool. Compared to what?
Saying that 2.5
Well, no.
million people are.
No, you're saying he's fixing it, right? That means there has to be a metric in which he's improving it.
Yeah, so I'll show you. I'll put the other source on my screen.
Again, I can't read that tiny fucking box.
Look, here are the massive decrease in Southern encounter.
My guy, I can't read the box. I'm literally trying to pull up your source
you can
right
make
now.
it bigger.
I'm not putting it up on the big screen. I don't trust you guys.
You've never seen this graph before?
I'm pulling up the graph. Calm your fucking tits, dude.
I'm completely calm.
Well, when you keep talking over me, it doesn't seem like you are.
I'm not meaning to.
Well,
It's just a conversation.
It's not a conversation. When you keep interrupting me, it's actually very rude. You can put that down. I'm trying to find. Just tell you what, DHS, fucking deportations. Is that you want me to look up? But also, I have a question for you. How does this help the country?
Well, we first have to agree that these numbers are real
No,
before we go into a different topic.
I'm not asking you to change topics. I'm just asking you if he's fixing the country by doing this. How does it help the country? Like I'm still looking up
So,
for it.
do we both agree that these numbers are real?
Not until I can find the goddamn link because I'm on DHS's website. I just can't find this graph.
I literally just typed in 2.5 million deportations 2025. It popped right up for me.
There it is. Okay.
I can give you the exact name of the article. Thanks to President Trump and Secretary No, more than 2.5 million illegal aliens left the U.S.
Hell, it's not popping up for me.
That's
Yeah.
the name of the article.
No,
It's on
no,
DHS.gov.
no. I see it. Hold up, I'm reading. DHS clearly. Okay, sure. Let's use these numbers. Sure, I'm okay with that.
We
Yeah,
agree on the 2.5 million.
sure. Let's use
Now
these
that we
numbers.
both agree that Southern encounters are down 95%.
Yeah, but encounters
compared to
don't mean
Biden's
illegal
8.
immigration. Again,
They're a metric that contributes to how many people are trying to immigrate here legally or illegally.
no, it's not.
Okay, then what does that metric mean?
Encounters just means somebody who is met at the border.
Correct.
It
This
doesn't.
can be illegal or legal immigrants.
How can you measure somebody you haven't seen? You
Oh,
can
that's not what I'm
estimate it
referring
like we've been. No, you're saying that this can be illegal or legal, right? How can you measure an illegal immigrant, as you say, that you haven't seen?
So what we do here is we see that there's far less people coming to the southern border.
Right.
You
That
can't deny
means
that.
no.
What
That means is that there's far less people coming in the legal way, and they're finding in other ways to get here. You think that just stops people from coming
that's
here?
not the legal way.
Encounters are the legal way.
No, it's
Asylum
not.
is the legal
That's
way.
categorically false. Someone just crossing our border and being stopped by Border Patrol does not mean they are coming here legally.
Do you not know what asylum is?
They can claim asylum once they talk to
That's a
Border
legal method of
Patrol.
immigration.
Okay, not all encounters are people seeking asylum.
Okay.
So why are you pretending like they are?
I'm not. But also, you don't know what
You
all
just
these
said
people are doing.
that people crossing the border and being encountered by Border Patrol is a form of legal immigration, and that's wrong. That is false.
No, man. Like them just stepping across the border, yes, is illegal without going through a proper port of entry. 100%. That is an illegal thing to do, right?
Correct.
Yes. But when they meet someone like a border agent or someone and they claim asylum, therefore they are now doing it the legal way.
Yeah, but what if they don't claim asylum when they meet? What if Border Patrol comes up to them and says, "What are you doing here?"
Uh-huh.
And they say, "I have no legal reason." That's
They deport them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. What's the issue here, man?
Okay.
They're
Are you
not in the
pretending to
country.
be dense?
No, they're not in the country. Like they're
I'm
not
saying
here.
that when there's far less people, far less of these interactions, then that means that there's far less people attempting to violate our immigration law and get into our country illegally.
So you're saying there's far less sorry, still waking up. Anyway, you're saying there's far less people that are being seen at the border. Or I'm
Far
trying
less
to
interactions
okay.
means far less people coming to the border, which means
No, it
far
just means
less
far less people that
attempting
they're
to.
seeing.
So they're just not catching all these people.
Yeah. It
So
doesn't
there's just as many people coming over. Their Border Patrol is just not finding them.
as far as we know, there could be less. We don't fucking know. We're not seeing them.
Okay, what's your evidence that there's actually just as many people coming to the southern border, but we're just not catching them?
So you're
What's your
asking me to
source on that?
prove a stat that we don't know?
No, you're making a positive claim here. You're saying there's
No,
just as
I'm
many
not.
people coming, we're just not catching them. What's your source on that?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're trying to say that because we're not having as many encounters, right? People are
Mhm.
stopped showing up.
No, I'm saying less counters. Less encounters mean less people are coming to the southern border, and you're
No,
disagreeing with that somehow.
no. It
Okay, so
could
you
be
do
less.
agree with that.
It could be less. It could be more. We don't fucking know.
No,
Just
it's
because you
it's less. Anyone with a brain would say 95% less southern encounters means less people are coming to the border.
it, like I said, 95 less, 95% less encounters just means less people they have encountered at the border. It doesn't mean they've.
Yeah, which means less people are coming to the border.
Doesn't
I can't
mean
believe you're stuck on this
you're the one
topic
stuck on it. You can't
because you're
understand.
not agreeing with me that less encounters means less people coming to the border. And if that's not what that means, then I'm going to need a source that there's just as many people coming to the border. We're just not catching them.
Again, you're asking me to prove a source for people coming over the border that we haven't seen.
I'm asking you to prove something that you just made up.
I didn't make anything up.
Okay, then where did you get this from? That just as many people are coming, we're just not catching them.
1 second.
Like, where the hell did you hear that?
1 second.
Can you give me any source?
1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
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 bro,
OG,
it's easy, bro.
OG. Hey, 1 second. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, hell no, I'm Mexican, bro.
Okay, real
I
quick.
got deported twice.
Oh, damn. Okay. Do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, bro. As long as if you're healthy, you can get right across Tijuana, man. Or if you got money.
This guy's proving my point.
Yeah, it's real easy, man.
Yeah,
I'm a
I know.
Mexican,
That's
bro.
what we're
Been
trying
doing
to
it all my
stop.
life.
So
This guy's saying it's so easy to immigrate illegally. I've done it twice.
yeah, what
Yeah,
he's
we're
saying
trying
is
to
he's
close
gotten
that gap.
here and not been encountered.
You can't close it, bro. It occurs naturally. We are in our natural habitat,
Okay,
so it's easy
OG,
for us,
when was it easier to immigrate illegally, under Trump or under Biden?
bro. You guys are invaders. You invaded in 1847.
Hey, OG. Let's stick to the
How does
current
that answer
topic.
my
Yeah,
question?
that didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
I gotta agree with
you're
Alex
an
here. That
invader,
didn't answer.
bro. You forget that. We're under occupation by the U.S. government here in California.
If you can't see this guy's a troll,
All right, OG, are you gonna stick to the conversation?
Well, all I can say, guys, it's easy to come through. It's real easy. We do it all the time.
yeah, and we're gonna stop that.
All right,
You
OG.
can, bro. It occurs naturally.
No, we definitely can.
All right, OG. I'm gonna drop you down, man. All right. So what you're asking me to prove, right, is a number of a stat of people coming across legally that we haven't seen. That's it. That's all you're asking me to do. And I don't know where you want me to pull that because there's
Wait,
no.
sorry? Can you say that again?
Yeah. What you're asking me to prove is a number or a stat of people coming across the border that we haven't seen, right?
A number or stat of people coming across the border that we haven't seen.
So just
No.
be with them. Well,
I'm asking you to use deductive reasoning that if the amount of encounters at the southern border is down by 94 to 97%,
okay.
then that likely means that less people are trying to come.
Sure. Let's go down that trail. Okay. Let's say we shut down legal migration at the border. Less people are coming here, right? But they still have a lot of stuff going on in their home country, and they need to flee to other countries to seek a safer place. Does them saying being turned away at the border because of our borders being shut down stop them crossing into a different border for their own safety?
Into what country?
Ours. Does it fucking matter?
Yeah, when you limit the amount of avenues people can use to try to claim a legal status, then less people are gonna come over and try to game our system.
Dude, there are plenty of ways to get here and to get a job. without.
But you're still missing my point. We really got to nail this in, because if we don't deal with the same mutual understanding, then we're not going to get anywhere.
No, I
I
get your
really want
point.
you to
I
explain to me
understand your
how
point.
lower encounters does not indicate less people are coming.
No, you're looking at a surface level of, okay, we have less encounters at the border, therefore less people are coming, right? That's your surface level argument.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Does that change the fact that they could come in a different way? Like people have been for who fucking knows how long.
A lot of the avenues for coming into America remain the same. But that's not addressing my question. I'm asking, how do you not understand that 95% less encounters means that less people are coming to the southern border?
It,
You won't answer that question.
I never
I don't
said less people
understand.
were coming to the southern border. I acknowledge
What?
the fact. I never said that less people were coming to the southern border.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said that people were still getting here illegally. The southern
Oh, I
border,
understand, but it's far less than how many people were coming under Biden.
because Trump shut down legal migration.
Okay, even if I give you that, even if I can see, you admit that less people are coming now.
Sure, we have less
then
encounters, but that doesn't
Therefore,
change.
less illegal immigrants are also coming.
No,
See, this is where it's like you just throw common sense out the window.
it's no, dude. Okay, what you are looking at, right, is Trump shutting down the legal migration routes, and you're taking that number and you're going, well, that applies to everything, and it doesn't apply to everything. You're just looking at the encounters at the border are down by a vast number. That's what you're looking at, instead of the people that we don't encounter and we can't track.
Gotaways are down 85%.
Where are you seeing this? And also, that's also an
Okay,
estimate.
gotaways. DHS confirms gotaways are down 80 to 86% from Biden levels.
That's. I'll Google this too because I don't believe you, but. Control marriage apprehension. Okay, so
Here, I can give you a source for this.
no, you're fine. You're fine. What you're saying is they're giving you an estimated number of people that they don't. Yes, they're able to find them if they commit a crime, or potentially like a job site or something, right? But like,
No, I'm saying gotaways are down as well.
okay, how do they know this number?
DHS report the statistic every quarter.
That's great. How do they track the number of gotaways of people that they don't see?
The same way they've been doing it since 1970.
How? How do I track something I can't see?
They use surveillance technology, direct observation.
Okay, so you're
physical
saying they
tracking,
do know where they are and they can just go and get them whenever?
but they never had an interaction. An interaction would have been an encounter.
So you're saying they
They
can
call
just
these gotaways.
so they're just choosing not to go get them is what you're saying.
Well, for example, if you see them
No,
with
no,
a
no, no, no.
drone,
Yes or no? If they saw them with surveillance technology and they know they're there and they're choosing to not do anything about it, they're not.
no, they're failing. They're failing to
Oh,
get.
you're right.
To
DHS is
make
failing.
contact.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, that's what you said. I'm just using your words.
Like, for example, DHS can spot someone with a drone or any sort of technology, and then they'll dispatch a border patrol agent to go make an apprehension, make an encounter. If they fail to do that, for example, they don't catch up to them in time, that's counted as a gotaway.
Oh, so you're saying they just can't use a drone? Again,
They can't teleport exactly to where they see them.
I
on a
never
drone.
said that, dude. Having eyes in the sky is a wider field of view than just on the ground.
So you understand why, even if you see someone on a surveillance camera, why you can't necessarily make an interaction with them?
Within your, I think it's like within like 100 yards of the border, you can 50, something like that.
Okay. For example, if I'm manning a drone and I'm looking at the southern border and I call into Border Patrol and say there's a group of 10 people crossing the border, someone needs to go make contact. And if by the time Border Patrol gets to the place where I saw them, if they're gone, that's a gotaway.
Okay, so what you're saying is they can't just follow them with a drone.
Correct, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Drones are mobile.
For example, they can get in a car, they can go underground, they can go in a building, they can get away from. Believe it or not, they can evade authority.
So the drones, if you're saying the drones have already seen them and they know where they are, the drone could just follow them until the Border Patrol catches up. This is your logic, by the way. This is your logic. I'm just following down.
Your logic is that just because a drone
no.
sees them, that means they have 100% capture rate.
Yeah, that's what cameras are. You can track them. If you know where your drone is, you can just follow the person.
Okay, so you don't think that these illegal immigrants can get into a car, escape drone vision, have some way of escaping a drone?
I'm pretty sure. Right? They can do all those things, but also the drone can just track the fucking car. It doesn't stop tracking the location of the individual.
So evading the police is impossible to you.
No, dude, no.
That's what you're saying. You're saying the drone can just follow them. They can't evade the police, like as if criminals don't do it every day. They can go into a building.
I'm saying if you already have eyes on your target, so to say, right? Why would you lose track of it? Especially if you have a fucking camera eyeing the sky drone on them. It seems like incompetence.
That the drone can no longer track them when they lose contact.
It seems like incompetence to me.
The amount of mental gymnastics that I have to go to just to tell you that just because
you're right, you are going through a lot of mental gymnastics right now. You are really stretching.
You're saying that if someone's caught doing something on surveillance camera, then they cannot get away from authorities coming after them.
No, I'm saying if they saw someone cross the border illegally through a drone, they have every right to go and encounter them and stop them. And you're saying, well, fucking, oh well, the drone doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying that people can evade surveillance. Just because you catch someone doing a crime on a surveillance camera doesn't mean they have 100% capture rate.
No, you're right. They can't evade surveillance, but your hypothetical was they were already caught on surveillance.
Correct.
So if it's a drone, a mobile drone, not like a camera on a lamppost or something, a mobile drone, why can't they just follow?
Is that a real question?
Yes.
Okay. A drone could be looking at you. If a drone's looking at you, when you go into a building, does the drone still have eyes on you?
Okay, so they know you're in the building.
Yeah. And you can change clothes, you can change appearance, anything to evade criminals do it all the time, but you think it's somehow
this
impossible.
Isn't Jason Bourne, motherfucker. Like, you think these guys are like top tier MI6 spies?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying that just because someone's caught on a surveillance camera crossing the border doesn't mean that they're going to be apprehended by Border Patrol. It'd be nice if they were.
You're right. It doesn't mean they're going to be. No, you're right. It doesn't mean they're going to be apprehended. 100%. But it also means that there are people who are getting across that they may or may not see. That's the point I'm trying to make.
And that's why I'm asking you, if all this data is not enough to convince you that less people are coming, then what are you basing your assertion that the same amount of people coming under Biden, which, by the way, we have video footage of caravans of hundreds of thousands of people coming over. You haven't seen any of those recently. We don't? I'll show you a video right now.
Also, You're right. Even if that's true,
I'll show you. I'll
and
pull
they
up a
had
video right
no
now that you
fucking
say doesn't exist.
of hundreds of thousands of people in the caravan. That's what you're saying.
No, there's
No. You
there was
said we have
hundreds of
videos of hundreds.
caravans of thousands of people,
Uh
hundreds
huh.
of thousands.
Uh huh. In what time frame?
Under the Biden administration,
No. In what time frame?
2021 to 2025.
Oh, okay. So we just have like just across the borders open, right? I mean, you're hypothetical, and they're just flying through, right? It's not like they're being stopped or anything. Like,
Look,
oh my God, this is Fox, isn't it, or Newsmax?
this is a caravan of thousands of people coming over from Mexico to
Oh, people are
America.
walking. That's. I'm glad they're having a nice leisurely stroll.
They're on the way to America. This is widely reported on.
Oh my God, you're using
Thousands
Fox,
and
right?
thousands of people.
Yes or no?
What?
This is Fox, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, they got sued for defamation, dude. They're legally an entertainment channel. I don't consider them a reliable source.
Is that AI? Is that video AI?
I don't fucking know, nor do I care.
You're denying any sense of reality just to try to support your
You're
worldview.
using an entertainment channel as a source. It'd be the same thing if I pull up a fucking YouTube channel for a source.
Okay, what about the national desk? What about CGT in America? What
Hold
about
up.
Straight Arrow
No,
News?
hold the fuck up. Are you pivoting?
Here's Straight Arrow
You're
News.
giving me sources. You're giving me sources. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
Look, Straight Arrow News. Exact same clip.
Okay. So
Caravan of 3,000 migrants
okay,
to U.S. southern border.
sure. You said this was hundreds of thousands of people. You just think it was a line of people doing that? Just constantly?
Look, open your eyes and look at what I'm showing you.
My guy, I am watching the fucking clip right now in the corner. But you said it was that from 2021 to 2025, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You think that was just a nonstop stream? You think they weren't stopped at the border?
Never said that.
Well, then
Your initial claim was that this wasn't happening.
Are they?
And I can show you.
No. Are they crossing the border illegally?
Graph that people were coming. 2.1 million in 2024. 2.5 million in 2023.
Okay. If they come here legally, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
But there's an indicator that people are coming, whether it's legal or illegal.
Okay. Why? Okay. Let me get this straight, right? Why do you care?
Okay. Now we can get to this part of the debate, finally, because we both agree that this is happening.
If it is, people migrate all the time.
If it is, oh my God.
No.
There's no way you're this dense.
I'm not dense, dude. If people migrate all the time, I just said that. If they're coming here, fantastic. I don't care, dude. Because migrants help the country. I don't give a shit. Why do you care?
The high-skilled migrants help the country, not low-skilled. Low-skilled needs subsidized. Low-skilled competes with American workers and drives wages down. When you import 1 million construction workers, American construction workers' wages go down.
What the fuck? Okay, question. If somebody can come here and take someone's job, keep in mind, we're in the capitalist society, right? We pay for like work and everything else, right? But if somebody can provide a better job, a better quality of like work than what an American's giving, why wouldn't the company just hire them?
Well, what companies are doing is two individuals can provide.
Why isn't the company hiring them?
Goal. The difference is the company's going to hire the cheaper worker.
Are they a better worker?
Same goal is being accomplished, the same task.
Are they faster? Are they more efficient? Like, what is?
They're cheaper. That's the driving factor.
Blame capitalism.
Yeah, you're feeding into corporate's hands when you're allowing all these people to come over here and compete with American workers.
Yeah. Blame capitalism. Like,
no, I'm going to blame my government for allowing this to happen because now we're not seeing it happen anymore.
It's definitely okay. Cool. Let's say it's not happening, right? All those fields that were being taken up by those jobs, right? What's
Hmm.
happening to those like industries, like the farming industry, the construction industry? What's happening to all of them?
Workers are getting priced out of those industries.
No, no, no. Let's say it's not happening anymore, like you said. What's happening?
Oh, wait, so let's say you deport all illegal immigrants,
What is
and now
happening?
there's.
Answer the question. What is happening?
What do you mean?
Okay. Let's say hypothetically, your situation, this isn't happening anymore. These people who are coming across the border aren't getting across. They're not getting the lower paying jobs, like you said. We're giving those jobs to Americans who will take the higher paying jobs, right?
Hmm.
Because immigrants won't take the lower, because like you said, immigrants will take the lower pay, but Americans will take the higher pay, right? What is
Hmm.
happening?
Yeah. So let's say I snap my finger, and all illegal immigrants are deported.
Answer
What
the
will
question.
happen? Yeah, what will happen is corporations will immediately have to start paying American workers higher than what they were competing with these illegal immigrants for.
Which will then do
Wages
what?
will immediately increase
Not
because there
true.
will be a shortage in the construction industry.
So you're saying prices of everything will go up? Well, what they got to
What
make
I'm
up the
saying
cost
is,
somehow, right?
what I'm
Because
saying is,
if
if you
they were no
deport
no no
millions of illegal workers, wages will rise.
right, but they have to make up the shortfall somehow, right? Because like if they
Yeah,
need
by
no,
paying American workers
I
more.
was in the middle of a fucking sentence. If they have to pay the American workers more money, which I'm all for, by the way, I am all for paying Americans people more
Doesn't
money
sound
in
like it.
general. I really am. I really am. I don't think people make enough money here in general. I really think people should be making way more money than they are. Okay. But what you're arguing for is higher costs all around. That's what you're arguing for in the long run.
No, I'm arguing for illegal immigrants being deported so that American workers make more.
Okay, cool.
Why are you making my claim for me?
I'm not making your claim for you. What I'm doing is I'm trying to point out the long term effects of what you're causing. Also, you do realize that immigrants or undocumented people pay taxes into this country that help us, right?
Far less than they take.
How do they take taxes? Because they genuinely don't. They don't qualify for
This
any
is another
benefits.
problem. This
No,
is
they
another
don't
problem with
qualify
the
for
amount of
benefits, dude.
information that
They
people
don't
have.
qualify for benefits.
You actually, so before we get into this, you actually believe that illegal immigrants don't use any sort of social services.
No,
They
they don't
don't use
qualify.
hospitals.
Hospitals aren't social services.
Yes, it is. Of course it is. You
Okay,
won't find a hospital in a lot of
a
underdeveloped
public
countries.
hospital, yes, a public hospital. I'm sorry, I was thinking of
They
my
will use
doctors.
public
I
hospitals.
apologize. I was thinking of my doctor, but yes, you're right. So what?
Yeah, they'll use public hospitals. You also understand that undocumented immigrants are allowed to put their children into the public school system.
Oh no, they get education. How terrible.
I'm not saying that we should
How?
stop that.
How
I'm just saying
terrible.
you
No,
acknowledge
you are. You
that
are
that's
though.
happening.
Okay, I don't give a fuck if people get educated. I don't give a fuck if people get healthcare. We are
Oh,
all
now you don't
human,
care that
dude.
they get educated. Just a second ago, you said it
You
wasn't
you
happening.
I don't give a no, what you're I don't care if people come for education, for healthcare, for food, because we are human, dude. I don't give a singular fuck.
That's not the argument.
That is the argument for you.
No, your argument initially was that they're not using any social services.
Social services are stuff like welfare and food stamps and stuff like that.
No, not in its entirety. Social services are also things like public school system, hospitals, roads, jails, legal
Oh,
representation.
okay. So you're saying they're not allowed to travel. They're not allowed to take care of
Dude,
themselves.
what
And
makes you think that's what I'm saying?
because
I'm
that's
saying
what
it
you're
costs
arguing
Americans
for.
money,
They pay into the tax system.
far less than what they take.
Okay. Prove it.
Okay, so if you look at studies from like Center of Immigration Studies, they average that each illegal immigrant
No.
costs the American taxpayer between $80,000 and $225,000 over their lifetime. That's a net
each
drain.
one.
Each on average, yeah.
When a second. Fucking. What the hell, dude, man? I hate this. We're good. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah. So, Manhattan Institute as well.
Okay, but
same number.
That's great.
Manhattan
When they
Institute from
add
2025,
billions
they
and
were
billions every year, why do I give a singular fuck?
what?
When as a whole they add billions every year, why do I care?
Because they take more than they put into the system.
Okay, so how? Okay, I want you to break this down for me. Like genuinely, I want you to break this down, right? If they can't apply for SNAP or food stamps or anything like along those lines, right? Because we can agree that they're not allowed to do that.
Not that's a state by state issue. No
Federally,
no state is letting people starve. If an illegal immigrant needs food, there's programs available for them.
Sure, there are programs available
that cost money.
There are programs like food kitchens, and there are churches that may give out food. Like there's stuff along those lines, sure, but when it comes to like federal like taxes, they are not allowed to apply for SNAP or food stamps or anything along those lines. Not allowed. It's
Never said they did.
You keep moving the goalpost. Anyway.
No, you are. I'm telling you that there's social services that illegal immigrants can utilize, and it costs American taxpayer money. And you're saying no, there's not. And I just listed off education. I just listed off healthcare. I just listed off public infrastructure. I listed off public services like 911 calls. 911 doesn't ask if you're a citizen or not. It still costs thousands of dollars every time.
Should it matter if you're a citizen? If your life is in threat, if your life is like in dire need of help.
You're moving the goalpost. I'm saying it costs money.
No. I'm using your argument because you said, oh, they use 911. Why does it fucking matter?
It costs money.
Okay, cool. So you value money over people's lives.
I'm not saying that we should
no. Yes or no. Yes or no.
To 911
yes
calls.
or no. Money over people's lives or people over money?
No, I don't value money over people's lives.
Okay, then why the fuck do you care?
Because I think if this is a proven net drain on our economy, we should.
So you care about money over people's lives. Good to know. Okay, cool. I'm glad we got there.
You're not engaging in any of my
you
points.
just said you don't care about money over people's lives, and then you went directly back to, oh, well, it's a net drain on our economy. Like that is literally the argument of it costs money. Like, dude, just say you hate people.
Your initial argument, you're moving the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm using your argument.
Your initial argument was that illegal immigrants contribute more than they take away from the system, correct?
Yes, because they do.
And I just gave you studies that shows the exact opposite. People who looked over all these metrics, compiled the data, and now you're saying, screw the data. You want to unalive illegal immigrants. That's not what I'm saying.
I never said you want to unalive them. I never once said.
You say I care more about money than illegal immigrants. Yes, because
that is literally what you said on this live. You didn't say those direct words, but you literally said, "Oh, well, they're a net drain on the economy, so they shouldn't be using this and this and this."
You agree that they're a net drain?
No.
How do you not agree with that?
And even if they were, I don't give a fuck.
People that found that. Do you believe in the Manhattan Institute?
No, I don't know. Because I haven't heard of them yet, man. Give me a fucking minute.
You've never heard of the Manhattan Institute?
No.
What about the Center for Immigration Studies?
I know who they are.
They have the exact same estimate as the Manhattan Institute, same methodology. Two separate institutes that use the same methodology and came to the same conclusion. And you're somehow discrediting them? Why?
Wait a minute.
You're about to look up a reason why you can discredit them?
No, I'm Googling something.
You already discredited them in your head.
Jesus Christ, no. What I'm trying to prove right now for you is that you care more about money than you care about people's lives. I don't give a fuck if they cost more in this country. I don't give a singular fuck. Because I think people deserve help. Shut the fuck up. I'm speaking. I am in the middle of a goddamn sentence, you immoral fuck. Okay? Christ. I don't think people's lives should be surrounded or ruled by a fucking green piece of paper we call money. It doesn't matter to me, right? People's lives are... What?
You're saying that no matter how expensive illegal immigration is, we should keep doing it.
No, I'm saying people's lives are more valuable than money.
I'm not saying unalive them. I'm not saying
I never
stop
said
providing
you
them
said
care.
that. I just said you're saying literally they are using basic health care. They're using stuff so that they can live. And you don't like that, so you want them gone. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that if people breaking our laws and being a net drain on our economy are subject to deportation, then they should be
You know what?
deported.
I agree with you. If they are breaking our laws, they should leave. 100%
How do
agree
you think
with you.
illegal immigrants got here? Do you think they got here by following our immigration law?
If they have stayed for over a year, because that's the amount of time that they have to claim asylum.
Correct.
Yes. Then if they get caught, spend the time in jail and go. I don't care.
Deport them.
Deport
Cool.
them. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm okay with
We
that.
agree.
Yeah. If they are caught within the year and they claim asylum and they're following the process and within the time they do something to get deported, leave. I don't care, right? I'm for following the law.
Cool.
That's it. It's that simple. But I don't care. I don't care if people need to use resources to get by and live. Don't give a shit. That's it.
Do you pay taxes?
Yeah.
Then how do you not care if people are using our resources?
Because
on
I
an
think
illegal...
our taxes should go to stuff like healthcare and supporting.
Our taxes should go to citizens.
It should go to stuff like healthcare and supporting the everyday person. It should go.
We should not be subsidizing people who broke our immigration law.
Okay, so you care about law.
I care about following our immigration law and not gaming the system.
Yes or no? Do you care about the law?
Hundreds of billions of dollars a year.
So you care about people following the law.
I want people to immigrate here legally. Yes.
You want people to follow the law? Yes or no? That's not the question I asked you. Okay. No, you don't. You don't give a fuck about the law.
Okay, you got me.
Yeah, because you voted for this fuck up here. You don't give a fuck about the law, dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you don't get to play the moral high ground. So what is it? Do you care about them following the law? Or is it just because their skin's brown? Like, what is it? Okay, thanks for answering that. That was easy. Holy fucking shit. The hesitation on that one is just a fucking clear admittance. Holy shit.
How do you turn this into a race-based question?
No, because you only care about people coming across the southern border. That's been your entire argument this entire time. You don't care about people coming across from New York whose people's names are fucking Sven or whatever the fuck. You don't care about them. You only care about the southern border.
I don't give a shit
That's
what
it.
their skin
That's been your
color
argument
is.
this entire fucking
Laws,
time.
they should be deported.
Jesus fucking Christ. You're racist as fuck.
There's the insults when you can't argue anything.
It's not an insult. It's me calling you out for your hypocritical bullshit. That's it.
How am I racist?
Have you argued once for people coming across from Europe or Norway or Sweden or whatever the fuck? Or was it just the southern border?
Let me make this really simple.
Yes or no?
I don't care.
Yes,
if you're,
yeah.
I don't care if you're
nope.
white, black,
Answer the question.
brown, yellow, blue.
Answer the question.
Immigrate here legally.
Answer the fucking question. Don't be a coward. Answer the question.
What's the question?
This entire time, for immigration, have you been arguing for people coming across the southern border? Or was it just like the New York border or whatever fucking border they come across? Or was it just the southern? No, it was just the southern border. This is all recorded, dude.
Yeah. Main argument was the southern border.
Correct. Because that's all you give a fuck about. That's it. You don't care about people coming from Canada or anywhere else. You only care about people coming from there.
Most people immigrate illegally through the southern border or visa overstays. Yeah. I'd never mentioned race once.
You didn't
I don't
have
care what
to,
color
dude.
they are.
You didn't
I'm not
fucking have to.
fixated on it. I don't care if they're all white. I don't care if they're all yellow. I don't care if they're all fucking blue Smurfs. Respect our immigration law or you'll be subject to deportation.
We've already been over this, dude. You don't give a fuck about it. You don't care.
Good argument.
Yeah. If you vote for a fucking adjudicated felon, then yeah, you don't give a fuck about the law.
Anti-Trump rhetoric because you can't argue the policy.
What fucking policy, dude?
I think that the policies being put in place is helping decrease illegal immigration. We've already proved that the amount of people coming over the southern border are down. We've already proved that illegal immigrants are a net fiscal drain on our economy. And you even said yourself that we should deport them,
If they're breaking the law,
which all illegal immigrants are.
no.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. If they step foot across,
Illegal immigrants aren't breaking the law.
would you let me
Gotcha.
finish a fucking sentence? If they step foot across the border, right? 100% breaking the law. Yes. But to claim asylum, the first part of asylum law is you have to have both feet on US soil.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to literally first break the law.
I'm not talking about asylum seekers.
So
asylum seekers are fine.
Okay, so you're
I'm
just talking
about illegal immigrants.
Okay, then if you're just talking about people who got away, who are breaking the law, if that's all you're talking about, get them out. I don't care. Fuck them.
Perfect.
That's it.
I'm glad we agree.
That's it, dude. I don't care.
I don't know why we just spent the past 30 minutes arguing that if you agree with me.
Because your point wasn't clear, dude. I'm for following the law.
Very consistent.
No, you have not. No, the fuck
Yes,
you have not.
Illegal immigrants should be deported. They're a net fiscal drain. We have less illegal immigration happening now than we did under Biden. All my points remain the same. I haven't moved an inch on any of those points.
Like you've been pretzeling yourself this entire time.
You have.
Every
single time we entered a topic, you first say it wasn't happening, then I show you sources that it is, and then you try to argue that it's good, and then you admit that it is bad and we should deport them.
I never once said we shouldn't deport people.
Did you say at one point that illegal immigrants are a net positive on our economy?
Because they are.
What source do you have for that? Because you're disregarding the 3 sources I gave you. That shows they're a net fiscal drain.
That's this.
I mean, do you even know what you're talking about? Or are you just making this up? This is the problem with the war on information, is you guys actually believe this stuff you say.
Here's the thing, right? If I'm wrong, I have no problem admitting I'm wrong, right? I have no problem admitting I'm wrong.
We'll test that.
Okay.
Show me a source that shows that illegal immigrants are net positive. If you bring up Cato, that would be a huge mistake.
What's wrong with Cato, dude? They're right-leaning.
Go ahead. Source it.
I'm not going to download this fucking budget. I could download the budget committee. Do you want the House Committee? Do you want the Economic Policy Institute? What do you want?
Anything.
This one's sooner. So I gotta create a source so that I can pull it up on screen for you. So I can pull up on the screen, or I can just send this, or I can just tell you what to look up. What would you prefer?
One moment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Article.
I have www.epi.org.
Okay. EPI.
It's the economic
What's the name of
policy.
the article?
Yeah, it's sorry, 1 second. Unauthorized immigrants in the economy.
Unauthorized immigrants. What?
And the economy.
And this proved that they're net positive.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Hmm?
Where in this article does it prove that they're net positive?
If you scroll down, how unauthorized immigrants lived in the U.S. Oh, sorry, how many? My bad. Sorry, this is the population. Yeah.
Where in this article does it prove that they're a net positive?
So, if you scroll down, it says they're generally unauthorized for SNAP and SSRIs. So that also proves the fact that what I said is it's not eligible for like.
I never said they were eligible for that.
I know.
agreed that
I'm just pointing out that they don't take out when I'm saying they take out, right?
Yeah. Where in this article does it prove they're net positive? You sourced this to me and you don't know what part of the article you're referencing?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because so to be fair, I thought you would just know this, right? But at the same time, nope, that's fair. That's fair.
I thought you would know this. You sourced it.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've looked up this data, man.
Let me ask you, what percentage of confidence do you have that you're correct that they're net positive on the economy? How confident are you? From
I'm
1%
very
to
positive.
100?
I'm gonna say I'm pretty positive on that. Like, I'll be fair.
Like 70, 80?
I can admit when I'm wrong and I don't know something, and I don't know this, but I'm also very positive that they are a very positive income. And here's
Okay. I'm not trying to drill you on this, dude.
No, you're fine. You're fine. And here's my reason why. And let me explain my reasons, right? They do pay taxes, right? They pay stuff like income tax. They pay stuff like sales tax, stuff like that, right? Because you can't avoid those. Is that fair to say?
Yes, and
Okay.
so do people living in poverty. They pay these taxes.
Correct.
That doesn't mean they're net positive.
No, my reason being for is because if you're saying people going to schools or going to the hospitals are the reason why they're a net negative, it's a crazy take. And here's my reason why. Schools is such a low, like, cut out of our budget, right? Like, my dad was the
Hold on. Each undocumented immigrant going to school costs $18,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Okay, sure, but out of the total budget, it's a very small amount.
That doesn't mean we should just permit it.
So again, you don't think people should be educated?
That's not what I'm saying.
No, that is what you just said.
No, not at all. I'm not even advocating for illegal immigrants not being allowed to be in public school. I'm saying that it's expensive, and that's an underlying reason as to why we should enforce immigration law, so that we don't inherit these costs.
Wait, what?
I'm saying that the cost of illegal immigration is a drain on our society, and that's one of the underlying reasons why we should enforce immigration policy.
Can you explain
I'm asking
to me?
You, by the way, I'm asking you to prove to me how they're net positive.
I already did by explaining.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. By showing,
How?
I explained to you when they take jobs by using I-10s, they have to pay their taxes through those I-10s, right? Then they have to do sales tax, and then they have all these other taxes that are just taken out that people like you and I have no control of.
How does that prove that they're net positive?
Because if you're just saying that they go to the hospital or they go to schools is a bigger impact than like people going on social programs, that's crazy, dude.
No, I'm not just saying that. I'm giving you studies that prove that. You're not giving me anything that proves the opposite. You're just claiming for some reason you know that this is a fact.
It's math.
Okay, where's your math coming from? Give me a source on how you came to that conclusion instead of just saying like they are net positive.
My guy. It doesn't make sense. It just logically doesn't make sense. Like, how often do you think these
What
people are going
doesn't
to?
make
No,
sense is
no,
why
no,
you're
no,
not giving
no.
me a source
How
on them
often
being
do
a
you
net
think these
positive.
people are going to the hospital? Do you think it's every day? Because I might give it to you then.
Yeah, I think it's every hour. I think they go to the hospital every single minute. I think they live in hospitals. What you're trying to get us away from the point so hard, it's so ridiculous.
No,
Show me how
that's
they're
not.
net positive.
You said they were going to the hospital. That's why it's a drain. That was your thing. Why? Why? Like, how often do you think this is happening? Do you think they're just coming across the border to go to the hospital? Like, that's crazy.
No.
Mexico just got fucking like universal healthcare, dude. That's a fucking stupid argument now.
All I'm asking you is to prove that they're net positive. And you won't do that.
Because I don't care if they're net positive, dude. If they're net negative, fine. If they're net negative, fine. Cool. Whatever. They're net negative.
Okay, so you agree they're net negative.
Sure. Whatever the fuck. I don't care.
All right. It's another point that you're wrong on. At least you're
No,
admitting it.
no,
I actually respect that.
Like, if they are net negative, okay, fine. Whatever.
They are. Not if.
So
They
again,
are, and I'll
but
prove
what
it to
you're
you.
saying, again, like I brought up earlier, is if they are net negative, right? If they are net negative, you care more about deporting them because of the money situation than people's lives.
Nope. For the
Yes,
fifth time, that's not
that's
what I'm saying
what
at all.
you said. You're upset that they're going to the hospital for treatment. You're upset that they're going for food.
I'm upset that these people are taking the place of someone that could be a legal immigrant that's positively contributing to our society and making our society a better place to live in. Instead of them contributing to society, which every time an illegal immigrant enters, that's a spot that a legal immigrant that's been waiting in line could have filled. A high skilled laborer that's going to pay taxes, be a contributing member of society.
But they are paying
We
taxes.
see legal immigration is really good. Legal immigrants come in here, they start businesses at a higher rate than natural born citizens start at. It's a really good process.
My God, they are paying
Undocumented
taxes.
immigrants are a low skilled workforce that need to be subsidized over the course of their life.
So I have a question.
That's not beneficial to society.
No,
You have to make your case to the American people that it's a good idea to continue to allow millions of low skilled individuals to enter our country illegally, and you have not done that here.
No. I have a question. Why do you think they're low skilled? Because people could come across with a fucking GED, or they could come across with a master's degree in computer science or whatever, right? That doesn't mean they're low skilled.
I'll get you a source on that.
No, like I'm just curious, right? Like that to me, just because
it's not me thinking that, it's a factual statement.
Right, no, I'm just curious, right? Like, sure, they have mostly they do work mostly low skilled jobs because
Migration Policy Institute data on unauthorized immigrants: 43% have less than a high school education. 27% have just a high school diploma. Less than 15% have a bachelor's degree or higher. This is the definition of a low skilled workforce.
It's the definition of low education. It's not low skill, it's low education.
Low education is the same thing as low skill. If you don't have an education, like a marketable skill, like for example, if they're not coming over here as electricians, they're not coming over here as plumbers, they're coming over here working in construction, agriculture, hospitality, warehousing, meatpacking jobs.
Correct, because those are the jobs that will take them because when they come over here undocumented, they really need to provide it for themselves. Not many people will hire them without documentation.
You're missing my point.
Almost
said half of them don't even have a high school education.
Okay, but you're also arguing against them getting education.
No, I'm saying that if we're going to permit people in, then we should prioritize those that have a high skill, a valuable skill within our economy.
Okay, so let's say we do prioritize those people, right? Then those people take away jobs of U.S. citizens. What's your argument now?
That would be true if you didn't listen to what I just told you. Legal immigrants create businesses at a far higher rate than natural-born citizens create businesses. And that stimulates the economy and actually employs natural-born citizens. Illegal immigrants do not create businesses.
Okay, so what you're saying is their legal status affects them from creating businesses. Not their education.
It's like, how do you get this stuff from what I'm telling you?
Because I'm using your words. These are your words.
What I'm saying is, illegal immigrants come over here, and they a lot of the times they don't even speak English. They barely have a high school education.
I don't give a fuck.
They're
if they
limited
speak English.
in the
Do you
work that
speak
they can
multiple
provide
languages?
to basic labor positions.
Do you speak multiple languages?
What?
Do you speak multiple languages?
No.
Okay, so why the fuck do you care if like
Because the primary language in my country is English.
Okay, so if you go to another country, are you gonna speak that language? Are you gonna like study and everything?
I'd have a major problem if I went tried to be a productive member of society in Mexico. If I didn't speak their language, I wouldn't qualify for like most of the jobs without speaking Spanish. That'd be a major problem for me. Same way it's a major problem for illegal immigrants to come in here and not speak English.
It's not a problem, dude. Speaking English is not a
What percentage of jobs do you think require you to speak English?
None. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Hold up. I'm sorry. My bad. I apologize. I'm sure there's a good percentage that requires you to speak, but there's also some jobs that require you to speak multiple languages as well.
Yeah, like 95% of jobs in America require you to speak English.
Okay, but there's also jobs that require you to speak Spanish and requires you to speak French and German.
You're not listening to me. They cut themselves out of 95% of the job market just by not speaking our language.
And you're cutting yourself out of other job markets. What's your point? Who gives a fuck?
No, I'm not. I'm eligible because I speak English. It's a 95% of jobs in America.
No, but you're also ineligible to certain jobs because you don't speak other languages.
Yeah, 5%.
Who gives a fuck? It's still, you're making the choice to not learn those languages.
What does it matter?
You're making the choice to not learn those languages. Like they're making the choice to not learn this languages. They're making the choice. I mean, I'm sure they're working on learning language if they're trying to live here. Of course they are. But just because they don't know it immediately because they had to come here in a dire situation, give them a fucking break, dude. English is one of the hardest languages to learn in the world, besides from like Mandarin or something.
They should learn it before they come and try to illegally immigrate into our country.
Okay, sure. So let's say like their life is in jeopardy. They have to flee for their life and they have to come here. Should they learn it in the fucking 2 weeks that they're trying to get here?
I'm not talking about asylum seekers.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let's say they can't.
You're saying flee for their life.
That's what I'm saying.
That's asylum.
No, it's not. Asylum
yes, it
is when you go to the border and you claim asylum. You physically, but let's say they just come here
because
and they don't do it, and they don't do it for some reason. I'm not justifying it. I think that's wrong. I still think they should be deported, right? But at the same time, if they don't do it and they choose to not learn the language, that's on them. They're limiting themselves to the 5% of jobs per your statistic. But if they're trying to learn the language,
make it difficult for them to contribute to society.
They'll still find a job, dude. There are people who speak Spanish and can translate. We have translators.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. Logic.
Yeah. You're insanely logical and you're insanely convincing. I actually want a ton of illegal immigrants to come over here now.
No, dude. Like, just understand that there are ways around things that you're arguing, right? Like the things that you're saying are, oh, well, they don't speak English. They don't, so they can't come here and get a job. Like, I have many people at my work who don't speak English or have a hard time speaking or have very broken English.
Is that a barrier?
They still do the job. What?
Is that a hurdle for them? Does that make their life harder?
No, because they put an item in the box, dude. Their entire job.
They're putting what?
An item in the box. It's a fucking warehouse.
Low skill.
A warehouse is not a low skill job, dude. If you're risking.
Yes, it is. The definition of a low skill job.
Okay, cool. What the fuck?
Putting an item in. You said it yourself. Putting an item in a box. You think that's a high skilled work?
When it's a
high skill job.
When it's a fast paced environment and everything is running, and there's a chance that you could lose a limb with what's going on. Yeah, it's a
high skill job. Putting an item in a box is a high skill job. You said it yourself. They're putting an item in a box, and you call that high skill labor.
That is the entry level position. What starts where I'm at, I've moved.
Okay,
up.
Is that high skill labor or low skill?
I don't consider skills. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that.
Dude. You're brainwashed like
I'm not
that.
brainwashed. I don't give a
Yes,
fuck.
you are.
I don't care.
You can't even argue. You can't even tell me if putting an item in a box over and over and over again is high skilled or low skilled.
If you have to
You
get the
can't
right
even answer
number.
that because you're so brainwashed.
No, dude, I don't. In your terminology, sure, it would be considered low skilled. I don't give a fuck.
What about
'cause
in yours?
I don't care.
You don't. You can't. Your answer to is it low skilled or high skilled is I don't care.
Correct, because it doesn't matter. They're still contributing.
You're
I don't
freaking
give a fuck.
brainwashed, man.
They're doing a job. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
I think we've come to the natural end of the conversation. You're not going to be convinced whatsoever, and you certainly aren't convincing anyone else.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion, but at the same time, if your
I
opinion
wish
is,
there were more people in here to watch this.
that's
If
fine.
this had like 500 viewers, it would have been awesome.
That's perfectly fine with me, dude. I really don't care. Like,
But all right,
like I said,
I'm
I
off
can
my
admit
work
when I'm
break.
wrong, and that's fine. I'll
I'm
have
off
to
my
do.
lunch break. I gotta go.
All right, man. Good luck. Later.
Peace.
Oh, that was fun. All right. Well, anyway, that was a fun conversation. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do more research on TV immigrant thing. I have no issue doing that. I definitely thought that they were net positive. I'm going to go into pure research just to double check that because they're really good. But yeah. Fucking I do this. I can't spell. Yeah, I'll do this offline and then I'll come back and be like, hey, I was wrong, I was right, whatever. But either way, yeah, this was a good conversation. It was fun. I've seen him around a lot. I would say that I don't mind if he comes back. I have no issue with that. But at the same time, like the fact that he was valuing money over it's crazy to me. So yeah. Either way, it is how long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half. Probably go again. No. Yeah, you're right, Mac. It is definitely one of the most jobs that people need the most, and the fact that we've lost so many warehouse jobs is crazy. So I don't know. Either way, I've been having fun with this. It was a good conversation. I got a bunch of fun. Either way, I think I'm gonna call it there. Because I do have to start getting ready for work. So that was fun. I will see you all next time, I guess. And I guess for those of you who don't know me, my name is Bisselvend. I'm a very small gaming and political content creator. If you liked what was going on, like the conversation, please feel free to drop me a follow, like whatever. But yeah. Until then, I will see you all next time. Later.